In 2015, leaders from 193 different countries agreed on 17 global goals they felt the world needed to achieve by 2030. Goal 15, Life on Land, aims to protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems by sustainably managing forests, combating desertification and halting and reversing land degradation and biodiversity loss. SDG15, Life on Land. The twin to SDG14, Life Underwater, is SDG15, Life on Land. Human life depends on the Earth as much as the ocean for our sustenance and livelihoods. Plant life provides 80% of the human diet, and we rely on agriculture as an important economic resource. Forests cover 30% of the Earth's surface and act as a stabilizing force for the climate. They regulate ecosystems, protect biodiversity by providing vital habitat for millions of species, are important sources for clean air and water, and play an integral role in the carbon cycle. While 15% of land is protected, biodiversity is still at risk. Globally, 1/5 of the Earth's land area is degraded, which undermines the well-being of some 3.2 billion people, driving species to extinction and intensifying climate change. Biodiversity in the ecosystems underpins can also be the basis for climate change adaptation and disaster risk reduction strategies, as they can deliver benefits that will increase the resilience of people to the impacts of climate change. What can universities do to support life on land? Once more, their research into ecosystems provides vital support. Better understanding of the world around us is a prerequisite to sustainable practices that support life on land. Additionally, universities can ensure that they responsibly source food and other supplies in ways that limit the damage to land. They can also ensure that they dispose of waste in a way that doesn't further damage life on land, including how wastewater is treated and managed. Universities can act as custodians of their own lands and also work to take action to protect landscapes where they are conducting research. Universities also play a huge role in educating people about the importance of conservation. This may take the form of community outreach and education involving local communities in the goal of a more sustainable planet, or in working with government at local or national levels to promote sustainability and ecological responsibility in both policy and planning. Life on Land. Number 1 indicator. Research on land ecosystems. The province of Ifugao is home to the Rice Terraces of the Philippine Cordilleras, designated as a World Heritage Site by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, and as a globally important agricultural heritage systems by the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization. The Rice Terraces are a rich ecosystem nurtured by the indigenous people of Ifugao. The value of the ecosystem has been developed through the practice of living in harmony with nature. the Ifugao State University, as the lone higher education institution in the province, is obliged to contribute to safeguarding the rich ecosystem through its academic mandates. With this context, IFSU implements different programs and activities to promote land ecosystems. Currently, it offers institutional courses to support land ecosystems. Number 2 indicator: supporting land ecosystems through education. In 2022, Ifugao State University conducted events and activities on sustainable land use. As an institution, IFSU organized the first Ifugao Rice Terraces Summit. Primarily, the summit discussed the current conditions and presented plausible scenarios for the terraces. IFSU also launched the Ifugao Cordillera, Bountiful Cordillera, to integrate land use, biodiversity, and food security. Furthermore, the university, in partnership with the local government unit of Nayan, Lamot Ifugao, Philippines, signed a memorandum of agreement to implement the Gulayan sa Barangay vegetable gardens in the village. Different farmers were also recipients of the good practices and organic farming in their respective farms. The university also established some areas for office gardens. Another important event organized and participated by IFSU is the Heritage Impact Assessment on the Kiangan and Alamit hydroelectric plants. IFSU is also one of the major contributors to the midterm assessment of the Ifugao Rice Terraces Master Plan. The results of these studies were submitted as the main component of the State of Conservation Report of the Philippine government to the World Heritage Committee of the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, held in 2022. Moreover, IFSU participated in river cleanup drives, and annual tree planting of indigenous species of trees was institutionalized by the university. In 2022, at least 300 trees were planted in different sites of the university. Aside from these, IFSU is currently implementing the Center for Taiwan Philippines Indigenous Knowledge, Local Knowledge, and Sustainable Studies (CT-PHILS). It caters to basic education teachers from schools in Ifugao. Learning resources are developed on biodiversity and natural resource management. Another program is the Ifugao Satayama Meister Training Program (ISMTP), where grassroots stakeholders are trained on Ifugao socio-ecological production landscapes. The College of Agriculture and Sustainable Development, CASD, maintains laboratory areas for food production. This includes crops and poultry. Primarily, the MC serves also as a model farm anchored on the Bohari Kubo, a Filipino concept where the backyard is planted with different vegetables. There are also offices which maintain gardens for crops. IFSU is a recipient of land donations that are being used to maintain and extend the current ecosystem. IFSU also conducts programs for ecosystems. The Ifugao Noto Exchange Program. With this program, children in Ifugao, Philippines, and Noto, Japan exchange knowledge on their landscapes. Number 3 indicator: sustainable management of land for agriculture and tourism, educational outreach. Ifugao State University established nurseries for indigenous trees. These trees are being used to regreen university land areas. IFSU is a recipient of land donations, which are being maximized to increase biodiversity and tourism activities in the municipality. In terms of the reduction of alien species, the university conducted studies and recommended policies. Another research also identified endemic and endangered species in the province. Number 4, the last life on land indicator. Land-sensitive waste disposal. Ifugao State University implements Solid Waste Management, or the Republic Act No. 9003. Numerous executive orders and guidelines were issued for its implementation. The university also adheres to the municipal and provincial ordinances on solid waste management. IFSU collaborated with local government unit of Nayan to address waste management and disposal within the premises of the university and the community. IFSU continuously practices and maintains its commitment to land-sensitive waste disposal in view of the university's goal for a clean and green academic environment, and in accordance with the governing laws of the Philippines. Some steps to achieve this include the labeling of trash bins in departments and offices, scheduled collection and garbage disposal, and community engagements in addressing waste disposal issues. Unless we act now, the 2030 Agenda will become an epitaph for a world that might have been. Thank you for watching and listening, everyone. Cheers!